um, uh, equity protection programs, and really the one thing that doesn't really change in in any market with real estate investing is that deal flow is the key. Is actually getting consistent deal flow. And so in this live, we're going to talk about how to flip houses like paper, how to streamline it, how to make sure that nothing's broken. Because if we were to, sit down on consultation, if we were to sit down and look at any real estate investor business, it really comes down to consistent deal flow and actually, ideal deal flow, right? And if you are, whether you're starting, you're active, or you're trying to hire somebody to grow your portfolio, um, at the end of the day, consistent deal flow is what actually can get you results. A lot of people come in, come and go. They just don't get enough of the consistent deal flow. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today, how to flip houses like paper in 2023. And, it's really not about real estate, right? This is a marketing and sales business. I actively do the business. I know a lot of people that are doing the business, a lot of people that have elected to not do the business just because they have not been able to adapt, right? Because cold calling is really not a way to live. Managing VAs 24/7 to see if their cold calling is not really a way to live. Um, and also optimizing the leads as they come in is really the key. Okay. So in this video, what we're going to be breaking down is how to actually flip houses like paper, regardless of the strategy that you prefer, love, and like. Because if you're not able to actually get consistent deal flow and transact frequently, then it's going to be really hard for you to survive in this business and in any business, right? The reason why maybe your business or the real estate investing business that you got set up right now, it's falling is mainly due to one of three things. And by the way, you can download our free training and you'll get an email with our one-page 9-step roadmap on how to actually get consistent deal flow at wififlips.com. All right. So, with that said, let me go ahead and bring my screen up and hopefully you guys and gals can see this. And so, business is like a box, right? So imagine a box. Let me draw up a little red box here. Business is like a box. And imagine that you have a red box. And ideally, what you would do is you would get, okay, so that's a lot better, right? You would get a box that produces more on outputs, right? So if let's say that this is your REI machine, right? This is your REI machine. Okay, because that's what we like to do. We like to build deal flow machines, right? And let's say that, okay, I'm going to go into this real estate investing thing. At the end of the day, a business is a box. So what do I mean by that? You have inputs, what you're putting in, and you have outputs that hopefully produce more than what you put in, right? You got your outputs. Oh, now I'm really getting really fancy with this, okay? And so what you want to be able to do is you want to go ahead and get more on the outputs and inputs. Like, let me know if you're watching this live, if you can hear me all right. Let me see here. Let me see some of the settings here that you guys can hear me just fine, because obviously audio is important. And yep, it looks like everything is going well. So you've got inputs, you got outputs. So what happens in this box to actually allow us to get consistent deal flow, right? Because ideally, your outputs, essentially your outputs are more than your inputs. And this seems very basic. Like, honestly, it seems very basic. But a lot of times we get so overwhelmed with the strategy and the new shiny object syndrome. And so what I want you to take away from this video ideally is that there is a precise method for you to get consistent deal flow and to make sure that you are profiting from your real estate investing business. All right. If you think about it, real estate is the best asset class out there with so many tax strategies. But those that actually control the discounted deal flow are the ones that really push the market, right? Because they control the inventory. Okay. And there's a limited amount of real estate out there. So in up market and down market, it's your ability on how do you profit from it. Okay. So in the input side, we're looking at, okay, I'm going to be putting money in or I'm going to be putting time in. Okay. And what's going to happen inside of that box is going to determine what is your output going to be like. Okay. So there's really three pillars to any real estate investing machine. Like no ifs and buts, right? There's really three main pillars. All right. So main pillar number one, obviously, is leads. Okay. Now, if you are relying on yourself for leads, just understand that you're going to need to have a lot of time because it's just very competitive. At the same time, you want to be able to convert those leads into sales. Okay. So, for example, are you doing obviously wholesale assignments, right? Are you writing up creative deals to assign as well? I mean, because assigning is really the easiest way for you to be able to get flipping houses like paper, right? And are you able to list these houses without being an agent? You don't have to be an agent to list houses, actually. Found that out. So, and then you've got obviously your systems. Do you have auto follow-up systems? And you know what really baffles me, and I get I get some pushback a lot of from my friendly agents out there. What really gets me is there's agents, there's good ones and the bad ones. There's good wholesalers and bad wholesalers. I'm not taking either side. But the point being is that if you only know how to list, you're not going to be able to help as many people. If you only know how to wholesale, you're not going to be able to help as many people. And if you're only looking for creative deals, you're not going to be able to help as many people. You need to become a real estate investing machine, build a real estate investing machine that actually converts different types of deals, right? Because that way you're able to create revenue out of the same amount of leads. Okay. So this is key right here in 2023, being able to convert different strategies. And of course, defining your lead source. Now, oftentimes, talk with investors that are stuck and I meet with a lot of rehabbers. They're like, oh man, I can't find any deals. And I'm like, okay, so what are you doing for lead generation? What sort of lead system do you have that actually gets you deal flow consistently? No, I got a call. Okay, so you're doing the cold calling, you're doing a VA job, and then you're a rehabber, which in reality is a rehabber. Your main function should be managing project managers and syndicating funds. All right. So don't get it twisted. Okay. So my personal advice is that you need to be able to get to 50K a month first. That's my 50K per month first. And you need to be able to do that. Okay. And this may take, depending on how well your leads and your sales systems, this may take anywhere between 3 to 6 months. Okay. 3 to 6 months. If you're not able to hit a 50K month in 3 to 6 months, then what this tells me is that either your leads, your sales, or your systems are broken. So again, I'm going to repeat that. It's either your leads, your sales, or your systems are broken. Okay. So with that said, in order for you to flip houses like paper in 2023, first of all, you need a lead system that works, that actually attracts willing and able, viable, motivated seller leads, right? And what I call viable in 2023 is people that actually are able to get a clear title and that are willing to sell. Because in terms of whether, are they priced right or not, this is sales. The whole pricing situation a lot of times is just an excuse for people that only want to close lay down deals. And lay down deals are awesome. They're the easiest ones to close. Unfortunately, I see a lot of people that just mess them up because they don't hesitate. They don't do takeaways. They don't know how to actually close a lay down lead. And so if you don't know how to close a lay down lead, you're missing tons of money. Okay. So next time that you're looking at your business, I would challenge you to really question yourself. Okay. And obviously my writing is not the best, especially digital one. Um, but bottom line, I would say, hey, listen, like, do you have a systematic lead flow, right? Do you have a systematic lead flow engine that gets you leads, right? Day in and day out, that you wake up to new opportunities. You should be waking up to at least, uh, you should be waking up to at least five to 10 opportunities, new opportunities every day, new inbound leads, new leads every day. Your focus should not be, oh, wondering what postcard I'm gonna send, or is the ad agency actually gonna bring me leads? No, like you need a guaranteed system for leads, whether you sign up with a coach or you partner up with a digital agency or you learn. I mean, we teach our members how to set up their own pay-per-click, right? But really, our fastest way to get to this 50K per month revenue mark in 3 to 6 months is getting guaranteed inbound leads, okay, which we have multiple channels of. And it's also knowing how to convert. Jesus Christ, because the thing is, so let's talk about sales a little bit, okay? In sales, it's about just one thing. One thing. There is one word between you and the contract, and that is uncertainty. Okay? Uncertainty. So if your seller's here, so let's say that this is your seller, and let's say that here is a deal, right? You're going to be able to do a deal over here. Your job as the investor, so let me put you another color here. Your job as the investor is to help pull the seller over the wall of uncertainty. If you're not doing that, then that's why you're not getting enough deals. If you have leads, let's say that you have enough leads, and I'm talking lists, I'm not talking prop stream lists to call to prospect. That is not leads. Again, willing, right? Willing and able leads is the key. Don't confuse them. All right. So willing, meaning that they want to sell now. Okay. And able, that they're able to get clear title. Okay. So if you have enough of those every day, if you're waking up to the 5 to 10 new leads every single day and you're not closing enough deals, my friend, you have a sales problem. You have a sales problem. Okay. And so this wall of uncertainty right here, what it does is it does not allow the conversation, does not allow the deal to actually happen. It does not allow the deal to actually happen. Okay. And so we want to make sure that that we're able to overcome that wall of uncertainty. What does that mean? Okay, so with a wall of uncertainty, there's really only a couple of types of seller leads, and I won't spend the whole live on this because I've got other videos on that. But there's really two main categories. They're either ready, so meaning they're a laydown, they're a laydown deal, ready to close, or they're essentially a non-laydown. So typically a laydown, this is going to be an easy wholesale deal, right? On a laydown deal, it's going to be a good, easy wholesale deal. They're already priced right. They have a timeline. They know that the house needs repairs. And a non-laydown deal, it means that they need education. They need you to walk them through what may be their best option. Okay. And if you are only a lowballer, just lowballing, you're not really helping all the people that can help. If you're a listing agent and the only thing you know how to say is, let's list it. There's some people that don't want to list a house. There's just simply some people that do not want to list their house. Okay. And so you need to understand that, going back to our little diagram here of our REI machine box, right? It's either leads, sales, or systems. If you are missing one of these three, your outputs are not going to be more than your inputs. Okay. And the goal is for this. The goal for a business is to put in time, put in money, and get more out of that. Get more money, get more time, get more freedom. Ultimately, that is the goal. That is the goal of any business. And the moment and the second that you start looking this as a business versus actually hustle or a part-time gig is the moment that you're going to be able to get deal flow. And you don't need a big staff. You don't need, a huge budget, right? But you need to start with the right mentality to build your system. So take a look at the link below, wififlips.com. You'll get some free training. And we also have our 9-page roadmap that you'll get it through email for subscribing to our free newsletter. So 100% free. And with that said, let me know down in the comments what questions you guys have. We'll be going live more both on the YouTube channel and the Facebook group, and would love to answer those. God bless.